Hello guys, welcome to Pia Sarangyo. Today I'm going to review the episode 4 of Love, Fit, Marriage and Divorce Season 2. So let's get started. In the episode 4, you see Shin Yushin's house and housekeeping, everything was took over by Dongmi, and she invites Jia's friends to come home and have some snacks, and she brings Uri along with her and they have a good time together. Later, Shin Yushin is seen having a horse ride with Amy, and then Ung asks Shin Yushin if Amy has any boyfriend. If not, he can introduce someone for a blind date with her. And he kind of gets annoyed, but he tells she doesn't see those things because she's already dating someone. And later he talks to Amy and gets jealous, saying that Ung wants to set up her with some guy for a blind date. And she tells that they have a reason for not to do so. She was saying that indirectly divorcing his wife, to which he says that because he has a daughter he can't. So this man is literally degraded from one level to other level, because at first he told he did not wanted to divorce his wife because he has a wife and a daughter in the season 1. Now he's saying that because he has a daughter. I think in near future there'll come a situation where he will be a person who doesn't even care for his own daughter and wants to divorce his wife. I think that might happen because in the teaser I saw they were wearing Amy and he were wearing wedding clothes. I'm not up for it, to be honest. And later Dongmi, Shin Yoshin are talking, and there you see the beautiful ghost of Shin Kerim. Why I'm saying beautiful is because he was looking so innocent with those glasses on, that round face. He was like literally a bear. So I was worried in the 3rd episode seeing that because he loved his wife so much that he might have gone to the other world. But seeing him gave me hope that yes, he is here to get his revenge on. He will show the whole world that Dongmi is a person who made him die, and I can't wait to see it. And at the end of the episode, you see a emotional, light-hearted conversation and open conversation between Dongmi and Sapyong. Dongmi starts to tell how she had no father and her mother had a tough time bringing her up and giving her education, and that is the reason she let Sapyong wedding happen with Shin Yushin, because she knows Sapyong also had tough time without having a father while she was growing up. And then she also told that she wanted to have her own kids, but because Shin Yushin was alone, he did not get enough love from his mother. She opted out not having her own kids because she did not wanted to be a biased mother. All these things made Sapyong literally tear up. She started to think that what she was thinking all these days was wrong, and she goes to an extent of thinking to herself that from now on she will not doubt the intentions of Dongmi. I think that is the plan of Dongmi. That's why she did all these things and played a victim card and a selfless human being who always wanted to love her stepson as her own son, so she opted out not having her own children. Because why I'm saying because is that she's a great actress. At one point of time I did believe Dongmi, but I know it's not true at the end of the day, because she was the person she told to herself, see Sapyong, embrace yourself, I'm going to come to your house and do the things I wanted. So she was literally warning Sapyong over there, and now she's playing a victim card of being a great mother, and all she wanted is them to be happy. So I think she wanted to make Sapyong think that she's a very good mother, she's not coming in between those both, so that Sapyong can be a relaxed and chilled person and she can take care of the whole house and then also take a place in the heart of Shin Yushin. That's what I feel. And later you see Hyun's parents meet Sunghoon, and he at one point of time he sees a situation where she takes their coats, wraps them around the hanger and then puts them back in a room so that they won't catch dust. And this gentleman had a flashback of where Boo Hae-rung never did these things to them, and then he started to judge her and compare both the women, that Boo Hae-rung never did these things and Sunghoon is soft spoken, she's a good woman, got good upbringing, blah blah blah. And then he took her to the restaurant because she was craving for a trestle rice, and there he treated so good, telling his wife to drop the honorifics because that might make Sunghoon uncomfortable and stuff. At one point of time I forgot, is Sunghoon his daughter or Sahyun is his son, because he literally treated her like his own daughter, and he did so much of overaction that his wife also felt. He was bad mouthing her all these days. Now he's becoming like a very saint kind of person, very sweet with her. Even his wife was confused. And later, even at home, he worries if Songwon reached home or not. And later he starts to compare Boo Hae-rong as prickly rose and Songwon as lilac. Though lilac is not pretty, its fragrance is loved by many people, and also he clearly fell for her. I think he felt Dongmi is a kind of Songwon. I mean, Songwon is a kind of Dongmi because both are very soft spoken and looks younger than age. I think subconsciously he fell for her because of that, and especially Boo Hae-rong is bit angry and not soft spoken, but Songwon is. But I don't hope that situation comes where they'll kick out Boo Hae-rong and accept Songwon because she's soft-spoken and their son loves her, and especially they are having a baby, which generally happens in Korean dramas. They forget morals when it comes to their own kids. So, and then Park Hae-run's life. So Park Hae-run calls up Lee Seon so that she could cancel the radio show because he did not want his mistress and ex-wife to come face to face. And later that doesn't happen. When he meets Seon, he gets to know that she could not go because of the fender bender, and there he tells her that it's Namgabin whom he is seeing. Obviously, she'll get angry over it, and she starts to blurt out everything she had in her mind, which she couldn't do before. And she also understood that his all stupid reasons of he being incompetent husband and medicinalist was only to protect Namgabin, and it was given that he will fall for 10 years older, good-looking women like Namgabin and stuff. She says everything, and she eats out while she cries. And later at home, Sapyong and Lee Seon having a talk, and Lee Seon starts to ask about details about Namgabin, and Sapyong tells very good things about her, that she's pretty, she's honest, she's a kind woman. And the next in the night, she cries so hard, it really made me tear up. I could see her pain, I could feel that pain. And the next day, her daughter comes and she also starts to talk good about Namgabin, and I think she was already pissed with all these things happening, so she just told her daughter, just because a person is a good actor doesn't mean they are a good person in real life too, and you have to watch out for it. And later you see Park Hae-run tells his mistress Namgabin that Lee Seon is his wife, and she gets a bit shocked, and he assures her he'll take care of the things, and he tells if at all Lee Seon tries to contact her, she should always tell him, because though he thinks she's not aggressive, but you never know. Yes, you never know what kind of a person she is. In 31 years, you could not understand your wife, you stupid jerk, nasty, stupid, disgusting man. And I hated when he introduced Lee Seon being the mother of his children than his ex-wife. I mean, like, there was once a time, like, even if you give a food for a day, pets will come behind you wiggling their tails, like you were fed by her for 10 years and you lived with her 31 years. Didn't you feel any kind of bond with her, that you are introducing her as mother of your children? So why is feeling so bad to introduce her as his ex-wife? I think he did not want to use the term wife for her. How disgusting man he is. And later Namgabin is the person who goes out of the lens to get the number of Lee Seon and calls her. He did not understand both women in his life at this point of time, because he felt Lee Seon will contact Namgabin, but it's Namgabin who is contacting Lee Seon. I don't know what will happen when these two women meet up. What will happen? Will Namgabin play the victim card, saying that her past was like this, like that, and will Lee Seon listen silently and get melted, or will she give her an earful too? That is the thing you have to wait for the next episodes. And in the next episodes, you also see Amy coming into the radio show, and Sapyong getting bit suspicious about her. So all these things you're going to watch in the next coming episodes. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Until then, tata, bye bye, take care.